Yeah, so I'm stoked at our ability to impact such an important part of the conversation. The American economy is of such that the mortgage originator represents such an important decision and capability for the consumer. I mean, consumer's never going to have $500,000 to just buy a home just suddenly appear. They're always going to need to borrow those funds and get it from a respected and trusted individual. And what I am most excited from what I saw among all these folks here today that got a preview of Edge was they're from all across the country. They're from different markets. They're from different areas where the high-income homes could range from $250K to millions of dollars. And the feedback that we received was at Mortgage Coach, we captured the essence of that conversation. We made our proposals, the Edge content and the Edge experience relevant to every mortgage player in every market nationwide. And although at Mortgage Coach we invested a tremendous amount of time, effort, and energy to do the research to know that we were building a platform that incorporated that universal capability, this was the first event where we got confirmation of that level of impact, and now I'm just excited to bring it to market and give everyone the competitive edge to redefine the mortgage industry.
I think the Edge platform's a phenomenal upgrade for really three people. First is the people who are power users of Mortgage Coach like myself. I think that the integration and change from a software-based platform to a web-based platform is going to make a huge difference in the way I can use Mortgage Coach to help us explain difficult concepts easily to consumers. The second set of people is the people who are in a situation where they've invested in Mortgage Coach or they possibly haven't used it to its fullest potential. This upgrade is going to make it easier for them to either develop a sales process if they don't have one, or just actually use the tool in a way that will help them do more business. And the third is the person who doesn't have Mortgage Coach yet. Now there's no excuse. At the end of the day, if you're not going to be using Edge, your competition will be, and they're going to win your business. So I think it's a home run for Mortgage Coach no matter what the loan officer, the origination platform, or the company that you work for is. You should be using Mortgage Coach on the new Edge platform. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to eliminate the printing and the PDFs and the video creation and kind of the infrastructure that I've had to build internally around my Mortgage Coach delivery. I no longer have to do that because the platform will allow me to do that. The second big takeaway is that it's just simpler to understand. People love graphics. They get I get the picture is something that people say all the time. And now Edge is going to help me show the picture as much and as well as I've been able to show the numbers. And I think that that's going to be great. The Edge platform will help do that and will help win business.
I'm a producing manager, and I actually bought Mortgage Coach on my first day in the business, and literally run almost every transaction I've ever done through the total cost analysis. So I'm a power user. I love it, but I only use it for that one piece, and I haven't been able to connect the dots from really the beginning when I engage a client through that part. And so the new 8-step process that they've created is amazing, where it just will be step by step by step in a 5-minute conversation to be able to take a client into that system and actually produce a deliverable that you'll be able to send to them via email or as a PDF is pretty amazing.
Blown away. It's an incredible program. Like you said, I've always used Mortgage Coach anyway. I've bought God knows how many licenses for everyone who's ever worked for me. Edge is taking it to the next level where Mortgage Coach does a phenomenal job of creating the spreadsheets and the visual. I feel that Edge brings the visual with the dialogue. It's going to format the language that the loan officer is using along with those visuals. It's connecting those dots. So I think it's going to make anyone who uses it not just that much better of a presenter, but also better on the verbal sales, because it's going to coordinate the way that they speak and hold a relationship with a client from start to finish. What Edge does is it does the thinking, it does the managing of the loan officer. It constructs the way that they begin the pre-sale process of a loan. This is prior to the application. It's building the proper rapport with the client that you should be doing anyway, that a lot of us neglect, either because we're going too fast or we just don't take the time to do it. But it orchestrates from A to Z how you're going to begin the relationship all the way through the presentation and follow-up. So it just really makes everything turnkey in the sales process, and I think in itself is, if you own a company and you have loan officers, it's going to become very self-managing because it's a very step-by-step to-do on the sales process. I honestly think that Edge could take a completely green loan officer, someone new to the industry, and if they have the motivation and the will, make them a superstar. But it's certainly going to take your B-class loan officers and your A-class loan officers. It's going to improve their business hands down. There's no way that it won't.
My name is Don Getling with Skyline Financial Corp, branch manager of Valencia office, and I just had the luxury of witnessing the pre-rollout of Mortgage Coach's new Edge platform, and it's absolutely amazing. What's kind of nice is they did a really good job of, one, simplifying it for the consumer, and two, they simplified it for the user. It's going to actually help newer loan officers look like they've been seasoned loan officers, because it walks them through the exact steps that are required to do a proper consultation, as opposed to giving them a rate and running credit report and moving on. It actually has you ask the questions you're supposed to ask in the first place, and it does it step by step. It makes it really simple for them. I've used Mortgage Coach since day one. Every single one of my clients gets it, and the only faux pas at all with it was almost too much information. It was a little overwhelming, whereas now they simplified it with the graphs. Everybody loves graphs. Everybody wants to see it visually of what they're gaining, what's the advantage, what's the real cost, and it just makes it really simple and a lot more fun. You can't wait to basically show it off and go over the steps with them, and it basically really dives in deep with what they really want, which is accomplishing their goals. Having this new platform with the step-by-step process, as a manager, it's invaluable, because I've done these steps all the time, but reps tend to want to take shortcuts, and this system basically walks them through those steps, so they can't take those shortcuts, and it basically allows me to train them on sales skills as opposed to consultation skills. So it makes my job that much easier, and it's basically going to be a requirement for anybody that works on my team.